Under Dr. Joe Ross is retired Army who played and later coached for the cadets and has put that experience to good use. Higher Echelon helps organizations shave hundreds of hours off work time by improving processes, and Higher Echelon helps organizations save and make more money by walking them through technology updates and implementations. You don't have to go it alone, and you don't have to stay stuck. Higher Echelon is a trusted partner in organizational excellence. Go to higherechelon.com. That's HIGHERECHELON.com today to take your company to the next level. Go higher and go Army.
I'm here with Stan McDonald of Jacob Title. Stan, I've heard that every real estate closing at Jacob Title is a very big deal. Why is that?
Wes, I'm reminded of a very impactful statement that I heard from Coach Gene Stallings years ago when he talked about big games and little games. He said he didn't like that comparison. He says, because try losing one of those little games. And if you ever do, it ends up being the biggest game all year long. Well, it's the same thing with real estate closings. Every game, every closing is a very big deal at Jacob Title. Because when it's your closing and your contract on the line, it's a very big deal, and we understand that at Jacob Title.
So it sounds like whether your client is a first-time residential buyer or a multi-million-dollar investor, they can expect your A game.
That's exactly right. As a matter of fact, when you bring your real estate closing to us at Jacob Title, we understand it's all about trust and confidence. And when Stan McDonald tells you that a chicken dips snuff, you can look under his wing for the box.
And like Beebs likes to say, there's no doubt about it.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com. You've been paying on that life insurance policy for years, but maybe you don't really need it anymore, or it's gotten a bit too expensive. Well, before you just let it expire, let Neighbors Insurance Solutions share with you some alternatives that you haven't considered. Don't throw away something that still may have great value for you. If you want to learn more about what Neighbors Insurance Solutions can do for you, call 256-763-7693. A death benefit could be a life benefit. Learn more at 256-763-7693.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
Normally, when you call a roofing company, all you hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Since 1965, the folks at Fleming have been focused on what you need, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement, commercial or residential. And when it comes to storm damage, you want Fleming on your side. They know all the ins and outs of insurance claims and will guide you through the entire process. Log on FlemingHSV.com and book your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
It is Friday, November the 14th, 2025. Steve Moulton here with your sports update. And a game that featured 14 ties and 21 lead changes. Second-ranked Purdue outlast 8th-ranked Alabama in Tuscaloosa. 87-80 was that final score. The season opener in college basketball tips it up today for 6th-ranked UAH, as the Chargers are in Fort Lauderdale taking on the defending champs and number 1 Nova Southeastern. Pre-game coverage will start at around 3:40 on Talk Radio WZZN. Also later on today, our second-round coverage of the Alabama High School Athletic Association Football Championships continues. Madison Academy is at undefeated Anniston. That coverage will start at 6:40 here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Joe Hunk will have that play-by-play call.
Tom, can you get me a dog? Type C. I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
You're tired.
Well, the lunchtime whistle and the morning's finally done. I'm jumping in my car, I'm gonna have a little fun. The Doghouse Network's on my radio dial. Big Dog's taking care of business for a while. If you're listening to another station I don't understand, 'cause nobody does it like Thom Abraham.
Give us a call, Steve.
He's a northern-bred, southern-fed, slick-talking guy. Listeners in his posse are the Junkyard Dogs. The SEC from Tennessee to calling them hogs. From Gainesville up to Lexington to the Titan Tiger Land, nobody does it like Thom Abraham.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
Let's go, baby. That is tremendous. You know, I gotta get that worked into my playlist. That is absolutely spectacular. It's one thing to listen to the show and have that music come on. It's another thing to be sitting in this seat and have that music come on. Football Friday in the Doghouse. He says it every week. It doesn't get any better than this, right? Biggest day of the week, best time of the year, and we are going to rock and roll with football music throughout the show because it is a Football Friday. And Friday in the Doghouse, folks, means highly interactive, often imitated, never duplicated. Owen Homes Appliances Friday trifecta. I am Joe Abraham, sitting in a big seat for the big dog. I gotta get like a seat of my own for when I come in and fill in for him. Man ought not sit in another man's broadcast chair. I know the dog likes to, throw out his dog law things. I have a hard enough time broadcasting from another man's studio, but it's like his personal studio. And it just doesn't feel, I don't feel right sitting in this throne. It's a little too big for me yet. The big dog threw out another special scoring tweak for this week. We'll get into that in just a second. But if you want to get in on the Friday trifecta action, jump on the lines because the first out, well, really, a lot of the show is going to be wide open. I have something I want to get into, ironically, not football related here today on the show. At some point, I'm hoping to have, 5 minutes to throw something out there that I want to get into. I don't think that the big dog would approve of my opinion on the matter. But guess what? He left the microphone in my hands. But I encourage you, whether you're listening in Huntsville, Nashville, Winchester, over the air, over the app, online, wherever you're at, the phone number is the same, 256-576-4977. The text line is open as well. I do not get those. John does not get those. They go straight to the dog father. So let him know what your opinion is on the show. I should start rapping. Dropping bars.
Again, 256-576-4977 is the phone line. You can text your picks in. You can also watch the show over on WZZN TV as well on YouTube, Facebook, and X. The X feed for the Big Dog is at Thom Abraham Show. Me, personally, I think I have an X. I'm not cool enough to use it. I am, it's bad when you're more of a grumpy old man than your grumpy old man. Coming up at the bottom of hour number 1 today on the show, we go down to Tuscaloosa. It's Kennington Lloyd Smith, the third from the AP. We're going to chat with him about the Crimson Tide and Oklahoma tomorrow. I may even slip in a question about some basketball because, unfortunately, Alabama falls to Purdue for the third year in a row. Just can't get over that hump. And then at the top of hour number 2, we've got Lee Sterling from ParamountSports.com. And we're going to look at his top games from the weekend as well. The Friday trifecta is celebrating 25 years this year. It is the Owen Home Appliance Friday trifecta. Let me put that into perspective. I'm 37. We are running all the way through the Super Bowl instead of being, splitting it up and doing that whole thing. No, it's one massive trifecta. It is it's a marathon, not a sprint, people. And the top handicapper after the Super Bowl wins a complete Gordon Ramsay set of kitchen appliances from Owen Home Appliance. That's right, a new range, a range hood, a fridge, a dishwasher, the whole shebang. Over a $10,000 value, and you pay nothing. Maybe you've got a kitchen, a new kitchen. You recently redid your kitchen. No worries. They'll allow you to replace it with something else of equal value from over there at Owen Home Appliance. Now, we have something special still. I believe this is still going on, unless they've run out of shirts. I don't know how many shirts were printed, but Mike Owen has a limited number of T-shirts with the Thom Abraham Show logo on them, along with logos from 97.7 The Zone, Nashville Sports Radio WNSR, and ESPN Radio Winchester. Where'd they get my logo from? They got the ESPN Radio Winchester logo on there too? Sweet. I could give me one of those shirts. Here is the deal, though. You got to go over to the Lacey Springs showroom. It is 8 miles south of the river on 231. You pick up your free T-shirt, and you get 5 bonus points added to your score, even if you're not on the board yet. It is regardless, 5 bonus points just for going down there and snagging a free T-shirt. Now, here's the thing. I can tell you this much. A $10,000 kitchen worth the drive. And oh, by the way, you can take a look around the showroom. Maybe get a sneak peek at that kitchen. I mean, you're going to have to know where the place is in a couple months anyway, so that you know where to drive and get your kitchen from. I don't know. Are they going to deliver it? Either way, you're going to have to know, because you're going to want to probably go down there and shake their hands after you take that kitchen. I'm here for the T-shirt today. I'll be back for my kitchen in a few months. As for the scoring this week, it is a straight trifecta with double points. if you get the 3 college games right, you get the 2 points on the big board, and then you add the NFL bonus, and you get 4 points. Plus, I think if you get all 4 of them, I think they're going to feed you too. Big Dog's got written down, you snag some chow from the prize closet. So not only do you get the short-term prize, you have a chance this weekend alone to get fed, pick up your shirt that's 5 points, and after you go 4 for 4, that's 9 points on the board. 9 points. I'm going to throw it out here in just a second. Also today on the show, West Point grad Joe Ross of Higher Echelon is giving you the opportunity to win tickets to this year's Army-Navy game. Joe, outside of having a tremendous name, is a former Army football captain, and now Higher Echelon puts those principles to work to help businesses meet the rapidly changing and complex requirements of today's business world. Let me say that again. If you run a business and you've ever hit that plateau, you've ever you reach that limitation, you kind of hit the wall. How do we grow? Why can't I find employees to take me to the next level? Why every time when I try and grow past this certain, do I run into this wall? That's where Higher Echelon comes in. So we will have an Army-Navy trivia question for you, not just today, but each day for the next couple of weeks. And get this, you get the question right, and you enter into the drawing on November 26th to win tickets to this year's game, the Army-Navy game. If that's not on your bucket list, you've got the wrong bucket. Back in Mission Control, playing all of the beautiful football music on this Football Friday. The Prodigy, he's my younger brother, definitely better looking. He's John.
I'm the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together on a spit and polish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
I have a sentimental weakness for my children, and I spoil them, as you can see. They talk when they should listen.
Give me back my son!
I don't like violence, Thom. I'm a businessman.
I'm telling you, there's an embarrassing press conference in that kid's future.
If you ain't first, you're last. He's got Abraham down.
What a catch!
What a catch! A leaping catch at the 45-yard lines, and he brings it in.
We are back. And better looking? Are you kidding me? Look at you, you stallion. I
might be scarier looking, but you're definitely better looking.
If you grow out that hair, all right, we could make something happen there. All right.
If I grow out that hair, you're gonna still be blinding people in the back with this bald spot that I got going on.
I had no idea you had a bald spot in the back.
It's bad. It's rough. The Big Dog. So a lot of people thought that the Big Dog went bald like 10, 15 years ago because he started shaving his head like this.
Yeah.
And what happened is he's going through the same. I'm going through the same thing he went through. Is you lose your hair before it turns gray, and it just looks weird. I'm hoping that it doesn't continue to like recede and stuff, and it starts to gray out, so that if it becomes gray and I have the bald spot, it looks more normal than just the way that it is now.
Gotcha.
Tommy's trying to get me to go to like, what is that country where they Turkey?
Yeah,
He's trying to get me to go to
Turkey. Yeah.
He said, if you go to Turkey, they'll fill in that bald spot in the back there for you.
For cheap.
God had to be fair. I can't look too good. All right. I know people are chomping at the bit. The phone lines are already packed, right? Let's roll out the trifecta. The trifecta for today. Oklahoma plus 5.5 at Alabama. Texas plus 5.5 at Georgia. Arkansas, plus 5.5 at LSU. Seems like there's a theme going on there. Your bonus pick is the NFL game Sunday night. Tremendous game. Some say might be one of the best games of the weekend. It's a very nice game. I like the game. Lions, plus 2.5 at Philly. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. First up, Wolverine Dan. Dano, are you there? There he is.
Oh, I'm first one in. Okay. Yeah, that's the greatest game this week. There's no doubt about it. Okay. All right. You're all going to see what a Super Bowl champion looks like. Okay. Because we're going to go clip the wings, baby. And no eagle fly. It's over.
I've already got that pick marked for you.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. All right, I'm going to get off the phone and let your other callers call in. Make it short so we can get off a bunch of people on the trifecta. Go ahead and give it.
Let's do it. Oklahoma, plus 5.5 at Bama.
Oh, I know why I'm taking Bama. You know that.
Other UT. Texas, plus 5.5 at Georgia.
I'll take Texas.
And Arkansas, plus 5.5 at LSU. The battle of two teams with fired coaches.
Where's it at?
At LSU.
And what is LSU laying?
5.5.
I don't know, man. You know what? Let's take Arkansas.
And I'm guessing you're taking the Lions, plus 2.5 at Philly.
Oh, there's no doubt, guy. This is my year, bro. And the Red Wings beat up on the Ducks last night. Doubled up on them, man. All right.
Listen,
I'll let you go. Have a great weekend. All right. Talk to you later.
Have a good one. As far as Dan goes, I'm doing him a favor. And what I mean by that is every team that I like in the NFL becomes mush. I so badly want to like Dan Campbell and the Lions. They're so fun to watch. I want to so bad. But I'm doing him a favor because as soon as I like them, they're going to just absolutely turn to trash. Let's go to Philip. Let's get his picks in here. Good afternoon, Philip.
Hey.
How are you today?
I'm a little irritated.
Uh-oh.
A little irritated. Number one, this trifecta sucks.
I did not pick the games.
That's not even half of it. That's not even half of it.
What's the other half?
Why is it on November the 14th? November the 14th. Actually, the 13th, because I guess it was announced yesterday. These dumbasses, baseball reporters, select Aaron Judge, AL MVP, over Cal Raleigh. That is an abomination. Stupid. That is so asinine, it's not even funny. Are you kidding me? Oh, the postseason doesn't count. Why does it take till November 13th to make the damn announcement? So right now. Stupid. A freaking catcher. A catcher breaks the all-time switch hitting home run record since the 1950s. And he's dissed over some damn skanky. It's stupid. Stupid.
Feel better?
A little bit.
Philip, if it makes you feel better.
Stupid.
If it makes you feel even more better, I, lifelong born and bred Yankees fan, 1,000% agree with you. I 1,000% agree with you. And I am in the minority probably in my family. But there is no possible way that you vote for Aaron Judge over Cal Raleigh, over the big dumper. Just no way. I 100% agree with you. You get your picks.
They want to drug test people. These stupid reporters, baseball reporters, they ought to be drug tested. Drug test them. It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening.
They're high on something for sure.
Again, they make the announcement on November the 13th, 2025 for the AL MVP when the postseason is supposed to not count. So what's taking so long? It's just, God, I love the game of baseball. It is so great, but that is some crooked bullcrap right there, man. That is stupid. Sorry.
You're good.
Let's do the trifecta.
Oklahoma plus 5.5 at Alabama.
Alabama.
UT plus 5.5 at Georgia. The other UT, Texas.
Okay, here's another thing. Why is this guy, just because he has two uncles that were NFL quarterbacks, have a national commercial about some stupid kind of glasses? He's the only college player of all of them, and I can't get this jackwagon off my TV because he's got two uncles that played in the NFL. Give me the other team.
Georgia. Arkansas plus 5.5 at LSU.
Arkansas.
And the Lions plus 2.5 in Philly.
Lions. Roar!
All right, brother. Feel better.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Have a
It's an
great weekend.
absolute travesty. Papa T. Let's get one more in here quick. Papa T.
How you doing, buddy?
I am tremendous. How are you today?
I'm doing great, buddy. Can't complain.
You ready to get in on this trifecta?
Yes, sir.
Oklahoma plus 5.5 at Bama.
Alabama.
Texas plus 5.5 at Georgia.
Georgia.
Arkansas plus 5.5 at LSU.
LSU.
And the Lions on the bonus, the Lions plus 2.5 at Philly.
Detroit Lions. I had to agree with Wolverine Day, and I think that's your Super Bowl champ.
All right, brother.
I hate that.
I appreciate you. You're in.
I thank you. Thank you, buddy.
All right.
You might be able to squeeze in Bama.
Squeeze
Brad.
him in?
Yeah, we can squeeze in Bama Brad. Just clear the phone lines all together and get.
Let's do it.
Kenny in.
Let's do it. We got Kennington Lloyd Smith is coming up in just a second on the other side, but let's get Bama Brad in here so that he doesn't have to wait through it. Bama Brad.
What's up, guys?
You're up. How are you?
Great. Just left Mike's Owen Home Appliance and picked up my T-shirt. Just finished Cherokee Ridge golf. Had a great day.
Nice.
That's great.
How many
Good job by
T-shirts
you.
they got over there? Did you see how many they have left?
He had a whole box full.
Nice.
All right.
Plenty of points
Great
for the
place.
taking.
Great place, great guy, great appliances. Y'all need to go see him. If you need anything, go see him. He'll fix you up.
Straight from Bama Brad's mouth. All right, brother. You want to get in on this trifecta?
Absolutely. I want to win this trifecta.
Let's do it. Oklahoma plus 5.5 at Alabama.
I'm going to lay the points, of course.
He says Bama by 50, he says. Texas plus 5.5 at Georgia.
Georgia.
Arkansas plus 5.5 at LSU.
Give me the Cajuns.
Baton Rouge. And the Lions getting 2.5 in Philly.
I wouldn't pick the Lions if they were playing Russia.
Fly, Eagles, fly!
You are in, my friend.
Sounds good. I look forward to those 4 points.
You got it. Looking forward to it as well. All right. Break. Kennington Lloyd Smith. More Thom Abraham Show next.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at the service department at Woody Anderson Ford. When you need service on your vehicle, whether it's a Ford or any other make, you want to get into Woody Anderson Ford where their expert service technicians will get it diagnosed and repaired right away, the right way. And while you are there, check out all the new and pre-owned vehicles at Woody Anderson as well. They are ready to make you the best deal possible. Visit Woody Anderson Ford today.
Woody Anderson Ford on Jordan Lane in Huntsville, Hughes Road in Madison, and online at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
At Stella at 5 Points, living isn't just about having an apartment, it's about living artfully. Imagine waking up with the upscale feel of Atlanta or Nashville right here in the heart of Huntsville. Modern, stylish apartments, open layouts, stainless steel appliances, and resort-inspired amenities. Nestled in vibrant 5 Points, you'll enjoy walkability, parks, dining, and quick access to downtown without the chaos. Stella at 5 Points. Live heartfully. Live Stella.
Thom Abraham here for my friend Mike Owen at Owen Home Appliance Center. You know, the holiday season is just around the corner. So come to Owen Home Appliance Center and get the complete Frigidaire kitchen. You buy the fridge, the range, and the microwave, and you get a dishwasher free. Or maybe you need a commercial kitchen for that huge family coming in for the holiday season. Let them help you with brands like Viking, Miele, KitchenAid, Z-Line, and Cafe. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. That's what Owen Home Appliance Center stands for. Just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
A wise man once said, if you take care of old folks and children, everything in the middle will take care of itself.
Hi, I'm Danny Aldridge, lawyer in Alabama and Tennessee. In the next 20 years, the number of those folks over 65 years of age will more than double. In our golden years, the most important goal is to be treated with dignity and have control over doing what makes you grateful with those you love. At the Aldridge Law Firm and the Legal Town Center, we're dedicated to help you with these goals, and we'll be there when life throws you those inevitable curveballs. Let us assist you with your legal needs, whatever they may be or become. You may reach us by phone at 256-534-3188 or online with Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Just remember, we're here to help. Whether it's personal injury, wrongful death, fraud and cheat, or estate planning made complete, we're here to help.
Lake Gunnersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Gunnersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Gunnersville.
Forgiveness. Wow, what a word. What a gift. All of us have done things in our lives that we regret. All of us have done things that are disobedient. All of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Thank God for his forgiveness. Thank God that he separates our sins as far as the east is from the west and remembers them no more. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor at Cross Point Church, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison. Check us out at cpcfamily.org.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up. You've been paying on that life insurance policy for years, but maybe you don't really need it anymore, or it's gotten a bit too expensive. Well, before you just let it expire, let Neighbors Insurance Solutions share with you some alternatives that you haven't considered. Don't throw away something that still may have great value for you. If you want to learn more about what Neighbors Insurance Solutions can do for you, call 256-763-7693. A death benefit could be a life benefit. Learn more at 256-763-7693.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Tom Abraham Show is brought to you by Ross Roberts and his team at Valley Equipment. I've known Ross for a while now, and I know one thing. I have seen Valley Equipment grow from a relatively small operator to a huge operator that takes care of everybody in the Valley with 2 locations now, not only on the South Parkway, but also on the North Parkway. You got to see that facility that they've got up there. So whether you're a homeowner looking for small equipment or whether you're a contractor looking for a big-time lift or big-time equipment, they've got it all at Valley Equipment Rental.
Back here on the Tom Abraham Show, Joe Abraham filling in for the big dog. Who's that, Whiskey Myers? No, we're supposed to be playing Football Friday music.
Don't call me out. Don't call me out.
Listen, I'm not gonna complain about the Whiskey Myers. That's good.
Don't tell Tom, please.
No. I won't. Again, filling in for the big dog, I am Joe Abraham. We get a chance now to go out and talk to Kennington Lloyd Smith III, which if you pull up his X feed, he is an award-winning writer, and he's got the best name in the industry. He is a writer for the AP down there in Tuscaloosa, and you can follow him on X as well, at SkinnyKenny _. He joins us now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Kenny, how are you today?
Doing well. How are you?
I am terrific. I appreciate you asking. Unfortunately, let me start off by asking you a little bit of basketball question here. After the game, Nate Oates said that it was basically embarrassing the way that they got out-rebounded by 24. Just quick 10,000-foot view type of situation with that game yesterday, lost to Purdue at home. What does that tell you about this team?
Yeah, I think this team is still trying to figure out its identity, particularly in the front court. You think about Alabama over the last several years, there's been an identity there. There's been the Grant Nelson, Nick Pringle combination. There's been, Cliff Amore. They've had standout big men in the post. And this year they don't have those same veterans returning. I think they're just trying to figure out exactly how they want to play and who's going to be the ones that are going to be establishing some type of physicality in the post. Mo Diabate, another great rebounder, not on the team anymore either. So a lot of new faces, a lot of guys stepping up into big roles. When you go up against a Purdue team and Trey Kaufman-Renn, who is a senior, a veteran in the Big Ten, coming back first game, fresh legs, and was dominating that matchup, I think it just kind of puts into perspective that Bama's got a little bit of work to do. But at the end of the day, they played Purdue down to basically the last minute of the game. It was a tight game, and LeBaron Filon was at the free throw line to take the lead. They just went on the road and beat St. John's, who was a top 5 team. So Alabama is fine, but I think there's just, some fine-tuning that needs to be done. And I think physicality is probably near the top of that list.
Yeah, I love it. And that was the thing, that I took away from it is, it's a loss, and the box score looks like it's 7 points or whatever. But if you watch that game, really no major red flags that you need to get overly concerned about. It's one of the best teams in the country, and it is what it is. But again, nothing that you need to hit the panic button about, at least.
No, definitely not. It was an awesome game. I don't know if there was a point. The biggest lead of the game might have been the 7 that Purdue won by. Other than that,
I think so.
It was a 1-possession, 2-possession game the whole time. If LeBaron Filon played how he played the first 2 games, Alabama probably wins by double digits. He didn't come on until the second half, scored 9 in the second half, 1 for 7 in the first half. Latrell Wrightsell struggled in the game. He's been really good this year as well. And, Alabama was shorthanded as well. Kitten Bristow, who has started for them in the scrimmages and is an impact player in the post, was out for this game. So they were kind of shorthanded as well. So Alabama's going to be fine. And this is kind of what NATO does, right? He schedules these really big games early in the season just to gauge where the team is at. They got their gauge, and this is going to help them down the road. So if you were to look at this before it happened and you say, okay, we got St. John's on the road and Purdue at home, if we split those, you feel pretty good about it. And they split, right? It was just they won the one on the road and they lost the one at home. Maybe you feel better about the fact that they went on the road and they won at St. John's. So you know that this team has the ability to go and win outside of Tuscaloosa. Losing the game is obviously disappointing on some level. But I think Alabama has proven what they've needed to prove through the first 3 games of the year.
Looking forward to this weekend, a big matchup against Oklahoma. Last year's game didn't anticipate it going that way like it did for Alabama at all, like a lot of people. This year, going into Saturday's game, what is a matchup that you're looking at ahead of the game that you think could maybe either be one that scares you a little bit or one that you're positive about, one that you're excited about?
Yeah, I want to see John Mateer in this offense against Alabama's defense. And John Mateer before the hand surgery was, near the top of the Heisman list, and Oklahoma was rolling. And since his hand surgery, I mean, he's really struggled. He only has a handful of touchdowns. He's turned the ball over several times. Oklahoma offensively is one of the worst teams in the SEC in terms of turnover differential, turnover margin. They will give the ball away. Alabama's the best defense in the SEC at taking the ball away. So can John Mateer both make the necessary plays to keep Oklahoma afloat and keep the ball out of harm's way? Because I think that's an easy pathway for Alabama to win this game and maybe even run away with this game. Is this, John Mateer knows he has to be the best player on the field for Oklahoma to win. Is that something that could maybe lead to him overextending himself, giving Alabama opportunities to turn him over? And then can Alabama's offense use that short field or use those extra possessions to score more points? So the matchup that I'm looking for is John Mateer against the Alabama defense, and can Oklahoma protect the ball against Alabama's defense? Is going to be looking to turn them over and create extra possessions.
I think that it's interesting. Now, again, as far as Coach DeBoer goes, forever and ever until he's done and gone and away from Tuscaloosa, and not even beyond that, he's always going to be compared to Saban, right? And what I find so interesting is how Alabama looked and did things in all phases of the game under Nick Saban and how different they are under Kalen DeBoer, offensively, defensively. It feels like they've got more of a bend but don't break style of defense rather than an aggressive and attacking style all the time. Offensively, and again, I know that it transitioned towards the end of Saban's time down there in Tuscaloosa, but instead of the physical smash mouth style of play, very much more finesse and things like that. How much of that needs to just be appreciated that DeBoer is doing it in his own way, and that his staff, his version of Alabama may look and continue to look different than that of what we're used to under Saban, but that they're still performing at such a high level and really, again, competing with the best in the country.
Yeah, I think he does deserve a lot of credit, especially for how this team has turned itself around after that Florida State loss. I mean, how many programs now, especially at this point, how many programs, particularly teams that are ranked really high, have folded after early season or really disappointing losses? Clemson, LSU, Penn State, even Florida State, who beat Alabama. I'm sure there's more off the top of my head, but those are 4 that I could think of off the top that had a lot of expectations and had some early losses, some adversity, and couldn't get over the hump. And here Alabama is at 8-1 and looking to secure a spot in the SEC championship and a spot in the top 5. So I think he does deserve a lot of credit for how he's held things together. And I think also people need to understand that this is still taking time for DeBoer to still put his imprint on the program. There's still a lot of Saban holdovers. They're trying to piece some things together with the transfer portal. He has yet to put together multiple recruiting classes of his own to bring into the program. So I think there's still a transition there of bringing in the type of players, the body types, the skill sets that he needs to run for his offense. But how they're putting it together is notable this year. I think, like, when I watch them, the main difference that I see between DeBoer's Bama and Saban's Bama is, like, the ceilings are probably, like, still pretty close, relatively speaking, right? Like, DeBoer's teams aren't like the prime Saban teams, but DeBoer's team, this team's ceiling can compete for the national championship. I think the floors are just different. Like, Saban's teams had a much higher floor. DeBoer's teams are a lot more variable in terms of you don't really know what you're going to get week to week. but they still have really high-level players, and when they put it all together, this is a team that can compete for a title. So I think he's still trying to establish that floor. But in terms of what the potential of this team is, when you watch them, this still feels like an Alabama team that can compete year in and year out, and that's what they were under Saban.
It is so interesting too. I was there for the transition from Shula to Saban and the players and things like that. And I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I guess it's a little bit different because we're in a different, the NIL era and the transfer portal and all that type of stuff. But when you talk about, putting your stamp on a program, I mean, year one, you're basically still getting your bearings. It's all holdover stuff, culture, everything. Year two, you're just starting to get, and year three is where you really hit it hard, and that's your team. I feel like, and so while yes, they've seen some great improvement this year in a lot of different areas, we're not quite there yet. So I think that's a great point. Now, looking at this Bama team specifically, a lot of conversation being had about Ty Simpson and how successful he's been, 21 touchdowns, 1 interception. My concern going into this game is can or how will Simpson perform versus that Oklahoma front if they can't get that run game going?
Yeah, they're going to have to continue to just kind of do what they've been doing in terms of just getting the ball out quickly, putting players in space. I feel like this has the potential to be a big Ryan Williams game. Like you just put him in the screen game, you maybe put him extension of the run game, some handoffs. Jerry Bernard, obviously, he's been doing a lot of that as well. But you are right, though. They're going to have to get the ball out quick. They're going to have to make Oklahoma miss tackles in the open field. Oklahoma is one of the better tackling teams in the SEC. Their defense has kind of been the class of the SEC this year. You just look at statistically kind of where they're ranked in, first and separate categories. So I think Alabama understands they're going to try to run the ball. It's like when you watch Alabama play this year, it's kind of like, the definition of insanity. Like, you do the same thing expecting different results. Like Alabama's just kind of like banging their head against the wall, trying to force themselves into running the ball so they can set up the play action, which is what they're really good at. I think that they understand they're not going to be able to like run it great against Oklahoma unless it's like an anomaly performance. Can they just get some type of respect on the ground, though, to keep the offense balanced, I think is the key there. But as far as Ty Simpson, I would expect him to just get the ball out quick. I'd expect him to put it in, screen passes, bubble screens, throwing behind the line of scrimmage, allowing receivers to maybe like have a one-on-one opportunity and get upfield. And then maybe they'll have a chance to throw the ball down the field once they kind of soften Oklahoma up a little bit. But it is going to be a matchup that is going to not only like make or break this game, but also just kind of like tell what Alabama's ceiling is for the rest of the season, because they have been getting by without running the ball. But as the competition increases, especially as they get into the playoffs, they're going to have to run the ball on some level if they're going to be serious about wanting to compete for a national title. So they don't have to be an awesome running team, but can they just be a team that can earn some respect on the ground? And I think this Oklahoma game is going to be a great litmus test for how they'll be able to perform against playoff caliber defenses.
Yeah, I mean, I think that from our perception from the outside looking in, and maybe you can give me some more clarification from being there on ground zero, but from the outside looking in, it feels like a situation where this game is a litmus test. It's a measuring stick. If they come out and they kind of muddle through it and either lose or struggle to win it, obviously a win is a win, especially in this conference. But if they lose this game, okay, we're not really title contenders. We're still probably at least a year away. But if they win this game, it completely opens up the door. Okay, that first game was an anomaly, and at this point in time, we are as good, and it might be the feeling now, but we're as good as anybody in the country right now. And at that point, your level of confidence is like, bring on all comers. And I think that it's a real interesting point in Alabama's season. Again, it feels make or break in that way, so to speak. And I get it. It's college football. Every game is important, and you could be out of the playoff picture tomorrow, so to speak. But it just feels like from DeBoer and having a litmus test on where this program is at, it's a little bit bigger than just where the team is at and more a measuring stick of the program.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I think this is a huge game because, Oklahoma's coming in playing for their playoff lives. right? Like, this is a team that has 2 losses. They need this win to secure their playoff positioning. And, I've been hearing a lot of, and we talk about program wins, I've been hearing a lot of, Alabama doesn't necessarily need to win this game for the playoffs. Like, I will push back significantly on that narrative. Like, I feel like they have to win this game for all the reasons that we've talked about, and then just continue to keep the momentum rolling. There's an opportunity for Bama to secure. I believe there's a chance for them to secure an SEC championship getting birth if they win and some other things happen on Saturday. So for them, this is just a matter of continuing to put one foot in front of another and put together a performance that inspires a little bit of confidence, because they have been winning, but these have not been like a string of like really impressive like performances start to finish. Like, they kind of squeaked by LSU, close call against Missouri, close call against Georgia, the Vanderbilt game as well. So I think that you're just wanting to continue to see the team play its best. I don't think Alabama's played its best game yet in SEC play. So there's still a lot of meat there on the bone for this team to accomplish. And I think that's where Alabama was hurt last year. Every time they had a big winner, every time it felt like they were turning the corner, that's when they took a step back. There was like this complacency that kind of set in that allowed them to take a step back. Now we're at an 18 winning streak, and people are saying, oh, wait, Alabama doesn't necessarily need to win this game. It's not consequential. Those are the type of things that last year's team would listen to, and then you would see them take a step back. Is this Alabama team past that, and can they put together another strong performance is what I'm going to be looking for on Saturday. So really big game for the program. I think a potential statement game as well. And really just interested to see how they come out and perform, because one thing I will say is that was a losable game last week. LSU is not competent enough, or they weren't competent enough to beat Alabama given all the opportunities that they had. But Oklahoma is. So if Alabama is not on their A game, or they have a performance similar to what they had against LSU, this is definitely a game that they can lose.
He is Kennington Lloyd Smith, the third AP writer for the Alabama Crimson Tide out of Tuscaloosa. Thank you so much, Kenny, for jumping in on the show today. Did I hear right that you were out sick Tuesday? You feeling better?
Yeah,
or were you just out?
Yeah, I was out. I was out on Tuesday, but feeling great. Looking forward to the weekend ahead and some great college football. So really interesting that Alabama and Georgia were sent on the road to welcome kind of the newcomers in the SEC, Texas and Missouri. Now both of those teams are coming to Tuscaloosa, to Athens, and huge games on both sides of the coin. Last year, the Alabama-Oklahoma game we thought wasn't going to be consequential. It was, obviously, because Alabama lost. But this year, two huge games, huge playoff implications. So it's going to be a great weekend, and I'm looking forward to it.
I love that perspective on it. Now it's our turn. Welcome to Tuscaloosa.
Right.
Good stuff.
Exactly.
All right, brother. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, good to talk to you. Thank you.
That is Kennington Lloyd Smith. All right. We'll be back on the other side. Let's get a quick break in here. AC's on the line as well. Maybe we'll slip him in before the top of the hour. It is the Thom Abraham Show. More after this.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
UAB, a 2.5-point underdog against High Point at home today at Bartow Arena. Jacksonville State laying 7.5 against Coastal Carolina. Arkansas, a 26.5-point home favorite against the Samford Bulldogs at Walton Arena. 161.5 the total. In the NFL Sunday, Atlanta Falcons 3.5-point favorites at home with the Carolina Panthers. 42.5 the total at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tomorrow, Alabama laying 6 against Oklahoma at Bryant-Denny Stadium. South Alabama 4-point favorites at UL Monroe. Kennesaw State laying 3 at Jacksonville State. UAB plus 18.5 at home at North Texas. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The company is Eagle Masonry and Insulation, but did you know they're also Eagle Landscaping and Dirt Work? Eagle can take care of all your landscaping needs, including irrigation, sod work, and planting, both plants and trees. On the dirt work side, Eagle can grade and build your pads, haul dirt in or out, and even do erosion control. Philip Love and his team can do it all for you. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Your customers deserve the best, and so do you. You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loader from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best, and this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Best of all, now Thompson Tractor is making that investment even better with our Workhorse Special. Get 0% financing for 36 months on the purchase of a new Cat 255 compact track loader that comes with a 3-year warranty. You also get a 74-inch bucket and 1,000-hour filter kit. Great news! This offer is now extended through the end of December. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
In the market for a new or used car? Look no further than Hyundai of Decatur. With a large inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Hyundai models, Greenway Hyundai of Decatur is here to service all of your Hyundai needs. Come visit our exceptional service department as well. With state-of-the-art facilities and a caring team of automotive professionals waiting to service your vehicle, make Hyundai of Decatur your #1 choice for all your automotive needs. Give them a call today at 256-274-0279 or visit them online at greenwayhyundaiofdecatur.com.
You'll love the expanded wine selection at Liquor Express. From special occasion to everyday table wines, they've got what you need. Meet your friends at the largest tap wall in Alabama with 105 rotating selections. Then take home a growler full of your favorite or choose from our 1,000 canned or bottled beers. Need help stocking your bar or planning your party? Liquor Express has a knowledgeable, professional in-house staff that can assist you with anything from your bar to the planning of your special event. Visit liquorexpress.net for tasting specials, giveaways, and classes.
At the Huntsville Sports Commission, we do sports. The Rocket City is your destination for world-class sports in North Alabama. The Huntsville Sports Commission brings elite tournaments, championships, and other exciting athletic events to our city. From youth leagues to national championships, we're driving tourism, boosting local business, and building a stronger, more active community. When you team up with us, we'll worry about the details so you don't have to. We do sports.
Your Fox 54 weather.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Drossman. A mostly sunny sky this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the mid-70s. It's going to be a wonderful evening for Friday night football across all of North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. As we head into the overnight, temperatures only drop into the lower 50s. A mostly to partly sunny sky for your Saturday. Great front half of the weekend. Temperatures climbing into the mid-70s.
Your Fox 54 weather. Only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by the award-winning service department at Woody Anderson Ford. That's right. They take care of the routine checkups. They keep your Ford or other brand in perfect working order. But if you have a bigger problem, they got these expert service technicians that can diagnose it, use state-of-the-art tools to get it resolved. I take my vehicles there. I've been doing it, for nearly 20 years now. It's Woody Anderson Ford and the service department. Second to none. Check out Woody Anderson Ford today.
Back here on the Thom Abraham Show. It's always nice to talk to your wife in the middle of the show. Hour number 2 coming up in just a moment. We will go out to Lee Sterling of Paramount Sports, bring him into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. But before we do that, let's wrap up the hour. Think AC can fit it in before the top of the hour?
I think he's got enough time. AC!
AC!
Thank you so much for taking my call. How you guys feeling?
I am tremendous. How are you today?
Blessed to be alive. Busy doing some business, so blessed to be alive. I like Mr. Lee Sterling. I cannot wait to listen to him. He has a great football IQ. He knows what he's talking about. I sent him an email. I'm in communication with him. I do businesses, baby. Everything's good for business. I want to give you my predictions, the picks, whatever you guys are doing. Let me tell you something. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. In the process, if I got some haters, so be it. That's the last thing I want to think about is haters. Money first, passion second. So what's the big, the little,
I love it.
What's the little dog have for me today? I mean, not you. I'm talking about your dad, the little dog. What kind of competition you have for me?
Okay, it's the trifecta. Real quick, Oklahoma plus 5.5 at Alabama.
I'll take Oklahoma.
Texas plus 5.5 at Georgia.
Georgia.
Arkansas plus 5.5 at LSU.
God. LSU.
And the Lions plus 2.5 at Philly.
Oh, I hope Philly puts up 100 points on them. That's all you have for me?
That's it, brother.
Great show. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate you. That is AC. Getting in there quick, getting it in and out.
We love
before the music. Yeah, tremendous. Hour number 1 was great. Hour number 2, probably better. This is the Thom Abraham Show.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
Hey there, everybody. Bob Baumhauer here, letting you know that we understand that times are tough and we truly believe value matters. So, by popular demand, we brought back our Inflation Bites menu featuring scratch-made meals that will make the whole family smile, and your wallet, too. Menu items start at just $7.99, and any entree comes with a free beverage. Try our classic tailgate burger for just $8.99, or our hearty Bam Bam chicken platter for $9.99. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
I'm here with Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. With the temperatures going up, now is a good time to get your heating and air system looked at. Thomas, when somebody calls, you guys answer.
That's right. The phones are staffed by us. They're manned 24/7. We're ready to come out and take care of you that day.
How do they give you guys a call?
You give us a call at 256-503-4490.
And you can find you guys on the World Wide Web at
TalentHVAC.com.
And now is a good time to do this because you guys are offering a special deal.
That's right. We're doing $49 tune-ups this spring. We're also doing free second opinions. We offer that year-round. Somebody comes out, they say you got a bag compressor or leaking refrigerant. Give us a call, see if we can save you some money.
Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. Thomas, one more time, that phone number.
256-503-4490. AL certain number 21014.
Thom Abraham here for my friends at All About Water. Crazy name, huh? Well, let me introduce you to them. All About Water is the top pond builder anywhere in the Tennessee Valley, and that includes remodeling or cleaning out existing ponds as well. They also have monthly maintenance plans for your pond. Don't have a pond? Well, how about a fountain or water feature for your property to bring that soothing sound of running water to your happy place? On the other hand, maybe you have water on your property that you don't want. Well, Ryan at All About Water is all about water, so he could take care of that as well. He has a background in fluid dynamics, and what that means is that he can take care of any water issue that you have. Finally, how about that irrigation system that you have or that you want? Well, they do installs and maintenance and repairs on those as well because they are all about water. Learn more at allaboutwaterllc.com. That's allaboutwaterllc.com.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
It is Friday, November the 14th, 2025. Steve Moulton here with your sports update. And a game that featured 14 ties and 21 lead changes. Second-ranked Purdue outlast 8th-ranked Alabama in Tuscaloosa. 87-80 was that final score. The season opener in college basketball tips it up today for 6th-ranked UAH as the Chargers are in Fort Lauderdale taking on the defending champs in number 1 Nova Southeastern. Pre-game coverage will start at around 3:40 on Talk Radio WZZN. Also later on today, our second-round coverage of the Alabama High School Athletic Association Football Championships continues. Madison Academy is at undefeated Anniston. That coverage will start at 6:40 here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Joe Hunk will have that play-by-play call.
This segment of the Tom Abraham Show is brought to you by my friends at All About Water LLC. Well, you can learn more about them at allaboutwaterllc.com. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but look, they do everything that has anything to do with water, whether it's building a pond or refreshing your pond or a water feature on your property or drainage on your property. Whatever it is involving water, they do it. That includes irrigation, maintenance of your irrigation, installation of irrigation. All About Water LLC.
You need to be more like a dog.
Like what you guys are doing. You've got your fingertip on the pulse of your listeners. You guys know what they're talking about.
Be a dog.
God bless the show. You are the Messiah.
We need more dogs.
This is the best show on radio.
The big dog, Thom Abraham, is here with you.
Hey, I see you, dog.
So settle in and get your bark on.
That's my dog.
Now live, here he is, the big dog,
Let's go, baby!
Thom Abraham.
How you doing? 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 Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like Dale McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
Get off my lawn.
I have to drag my Yankee ass out of here.
Hour number 2 of this Football Friday here on the Thom Abraham Show. I am Joe Abraham. Listen, it's a family, okay? You know, some Italians, family means other things than in ours. It just means radio, if you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, we could be working at a sub shop or something like that.
Listen, Mafia, never heard of her. It's a radio mafia is what we are. We get a chance now to catch up with Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com. He joins us on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Now, Lee is going to talk. We're going to talk college football with him, but I want to take a quick moment because I pulled up the website, and the first thing I see on the site is the NFL Sunday Golden Ticket, which is on fire. 31-9 record over the last 8 weeks. Am I seeing that right, Lee?
You are. Went 4-1 again last week, so it's 78%. It's almost like going 4-1 every single week and throwing in 1 3-2 week. We actually have had a couple 5-0, so only one losing week during that time. So I don't think there's anyone that's documented hotter. You can look on my recent results, see every single game I've given my clients for the last 4 years. As soon as the game goes off, tips off in basketball or snaps, kickoff in football, game goes up there. As soon as the game's over, we fill in the result and do it honestly. So you're looking for someone that can win on a consistent basis. Not going to win every game, every week, but we've had some clients with us for over 25 years. So got to be doing a pretty good job to hold them that long. Check it out. It's $197. Lee's NFL Sunday Golden Ticket, 5 selections every single Sunday for 4 weeks, and we release them by Friday at noon, so you get the best line. You don't have to wait for Saturday or Sunday to get the plays and bet them. $197, 5 selections for 4 weeks, one place, ParamountSports.com, and a bunch of other free pick videos. We can't go over all the games. We rotate 3 or 4 videos in every hour, so check out the site, ParamountSports.com.
That is tremendous. Makes me want to sing the that song, the Golden Ticket song. I want the Golden Ticket.
Yeah. Everyone
Good
job,
job,
loves gold in the Golden Ticket, right?
Yeah. Well, you're putting them on a fast track to it. I'm telling you.
Right.
Right. Well, taking a look at some college football games on the other side of things coming up this weekend. We got a really good slate across both the NFL and college this weekend. But a lot of people in my neck of the woods up here. I'm in Tennessee. The show is up in Nashville. It's in Winchester. And a lot of people very invested in the Tennessee Vols. Pretty big line there against New Mexico State going into the weekend. But what are your thoughts on that game from a UT perspective?
Yeah, so New Mexico State, they have not played a Power 4 conference team. Usually they play a couple. Kind of strange that they haven't. So they played Louisiana Tech, got blown out. Maybe the best team they played this year was New Mexico and still lost 38-20. Volunteers showed no mercy. Prior games against inferior opponents, hanging 72 on East Tennessee State, 56 on UAB. As the only thing likely stopping a cover is if the Aggies score 10 or more points. They average just 21.3 points against low-level competition. This one's going to be ugly. Sometimes you got to lay it if you want to play it. Vols 56-10.
I got a guy on my morning show that every Friday morning we pick, and he loves to say Vols by 50. I think this week he might be right.
Right? Yeah, could be. Yep.
All right, Ole Miss is taking on the Gators. Obviously, Ole Miss, the Rebels, heavily favored in this one as well. When you look at this game and you try and find some perspective on it, I mean, is this a lock up the favorite situation? What are your thoughts? I mean, how much does home field, does momentum, does the logo on the side of the helmet, how much does any of that factor into evaluating this spread?
Probably the most important here is I think Florida's quit. So if you watch them, they played with no emotion last week. Yep. So they might mustered up a little bit for a quarter, running out of the tunnel. But bottom line is, I mean, I think they're dead. They're dead in the water, and they know all their coaches are going to be somewhere else. So it's not like there's a new coach that's coming in and they're going to play for playing time this year. That's not going to happen. DJ Lagway looked awful last week. He was out by the third quarter. Injuries. He was without his top 4 receivers. Looks like none of them will be back this week. So, I mean, how do you score points without your top 4 receivers? I don't think you can. This is a dollar sign game here for Lane Kiffin. I mean, if he shows out, and let's say they win big, he can go to Florida. And if he wants to go there, I don't think he's going to end up going. I think he's going to end up staying and maybe giving Ole Miss a little bit of a hometown discount. But I think he could command $15 million if they beat up on Florida and beat them by 20 or more points. And I think ultimately he's going to settle for like $13 million, but he's not calling off the dogs here. They're coming off the bye. Ole Miss 41-17 over Florida.
I think that's a great point as far as like taking into account the whole situation, the whole scenario regarding Kiffin and Florida and this whole thing. He's got to be licking his absolute chops right now for this thing. And
he's never been. How about a coach? He could pick probably any job he wants right now in the country.
Yep.
That's open, obviously, and he could probably command if he goes to the playoff $15 million. He's never been to a college football playoff yet.
Right. Let me ask you this. I mean, what is the difference between this guy and like James Franklin, Brian Kelly? I mean, at least those guys have been to a playoff.
Better. I do think he's better. Yeah. James Franklin, good recruiter, James Franklin just can't get out of his own way in big games, but Lane Kiffin hasn't won too many big games yet either.
Yeah. Well, somebody's gotta, and obviously folks got a lot of faith in him. To do so wherever he ends up next. It'll be interesting to see. Does he stay or does he go?
Here's what I'd love to see.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Lane Kiffin and I just think that John Gruden. Can you imagine those two guys going head to head?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Their visors back and forth.
I miss
be
Lane.
great.
I miss Gruden on the sideline. He's got to get back in the game.
I think he's going to be back. Hey, if you're someone like Kentucky or Arkansas, you're going to throw some money at the program. He'd be great for 3 years.
Well, he'd be he big name recruiting kind of guy. Bring some kids in, give them a reason to come there. Yeah, definitely. Again, Lee Sterling joining us on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. I encourage you to go check him out over at ParamountSports.com. All right, Lee, Texas A&M against South Carolina. Again, nearly a 20-point spread on this one. Thoughts on this game?
Yeah, Texas A&M's on a roll. They're off of a bye. Last year they lost. That's right, they lost to South Carolina. We're embarrassed, 44-20. So I think they're going to come to play here. South Carolina. Well, who's the latest scapegoat? Mike Shula. He was let go as the offensive coordinator. Biggest problem is their offensive line. They can't block anyone. I don't think Lenore Sellers is as good as everyone thinks he is. Last year, he completed 65% of his passes. This year, you think he'd be better? 61%. You think of him as this great runner? He's only run for 158 yards. He's running laterally and backwards a lot this year. Their leading rusher, 350 yards, barely 4 yards a carry. This Texas A&M team, they might have the best two receivers in the country. They are explosive here. The crowd is going to be pumped. You talk about a school that has been waiting for a huge winner. Never been. It's been 40, 50 years since they've come in with a record like this late in the year. Sometimes you get late if you want to play it. A&M rolls 45-13.
I like it. Georgia and Texas again. I mean, two really good games with Georgia and Texas, and Alabama taking on Oklahoma. We'll start there with the game in Athens. Texas travels to Georgia. What are you feeling in that one?
Yeah, so this is a game where I love rematch games, where a team that lost the year before came in overconfident, and that was Texas. Everyone picked Texas, number one in the country. They're going to roll. They're going to dominate Georgia. And what did Georgia do? Dominated from the second series on, 130-15. Score doesn't even justify how much of a domination it was. Now, the Longhorns are the desperate team, given little chance of pulling off the upset. Georgia has almost a 92% chance of making the college football playoffs. Gunnar Stockton's been great since the second half of that Auburn game. Even Mike Bobo, who I've been highly critical of his play calling, he's improved recently. But here's the kicker. Texas has 2 weeks to prepare. They're smart. They pulled apart every single snap that Gunnar Stockton's taken, find some looks that have given him some problems, come up with some schemes, and you can come up with some defenses that he is just going to be confused with. And I think Texas is the hungry team here. Choose on the other foot. Wrong team favored. Texas straight up 31-28.
Oh, my big fear in that one is just the variable that is Arch Manning. And, he's definitely gotten better in recent weeks, or at least we think that he has. It'll be interesting to see how he performs against that Georgia Bulldogs defense, but you're on Texas strong. Now, kind of an interesting similar situation, just to flip it around a little bit with Alabama and Oklahoma from last year. Again, nobody really gave Oklahoma a chance going into that game, and they absolutely knob-wailed the Crimson Tide. What are you looking at this year?
Yeah, so situation here is I thought Alabama was kind of going through the motions last week. I mean, who would ever think it's just another game playing LSU? They walked off the field, like they beat Mississippi State. Okay, on to the next. I think this is the game they really want. They were embarrassed last year. Totally different quarterback in Norman. It was Jalen Milroe. Now we're saying, how did Ty Simpson, how did these coaches not realize he was better than Jalen Milroe? A lot of things went right in Oklahoma's win against Tennessee a couple weeks ago. I'll never forget, I had Oklahoma turn to a couple of my friends after that game was over, and I'm like, listen, guys, we won the game, but we were on the wrong side of this game. We just got lucky. That turnover and a fumble return changed the whole game. Don't see John Mateer as the same quarterback as early in the year when he was averaging threw over 300 yards passing per game, now just 183 yards per game. Revenge for last year. I think Ty Simpson I don't think you can stop this guy. He is that good here. Playing at home under a touchdown. Give me Bama here. Roll Tide, 31-17.
I love it. I'm sure a lot of the listeners do as well. And I agree. I mean, if they have had this game circled the last 12 months, just, again, licking their chops for it. I don't know what you're doing. What are you playing for? And then your game of the week, LSU taking on Arkansas, laying the 6 points in that one. How can they get that one?
Well, I think there's a clear right side to this game. Anyone wants to get it for free, just call 800-400-9741 first. 5 callers. We're going to give them this huge game here for free. LSU and Arkansas. Both teams, no coaches, so no head coaches. Are both gone already, but clear right side, 800-400-9741. Like I said, you want to get on our golden ticket. It's a Sunday golden ticket. $197, 5 selections for 4 straight weeks. Just one place, ParamountSports.com.
All right, Lee, you are the best, man. I appreciate it, and great insight as always.
Okay. You take care. Be safe.
You too.
See you, Joe.
That is Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com, joining us on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. More on the Thom Abraham Show coming up on the other side. It is a Football Friday. Get in on this trifecta when we come back.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
UAB, a 2.5-point underdog against High Point at home today at Bartow Arena. Jacksonville State laying 7.5 against Coastal Carolina. Arkansas, a 26.5-point home favorite against the Samford Bulldogs at Walton Arena. 161.5 the total. And the NFL Sunday, Atlanta Falcons 3.5-point favorites at home with the Carolina Panthers. 42.5 the total at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tomorrow, Alabama laying 6 against Oklahoma at Bryant-Denny Stadium. South Alabama 4-point favorites at UL Monroe. Kennesaw State laying 3 at Jacksonville State. UAB plus 18.5 at home at North Texas. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at the service department at Woody Anderson Ford. When you need service on your vehicle, whether it's a Ford or any other make, you want to get into Woody Anderson Ford, where their expert service technicians will get it diagnosed and repaired right away, the right way. And while you are there, check out all the new and pre-owned vehicles at Woody Anderson as well. They are ready to make you the best deal possible. Visit Woody Anderson Ford today.
Woody Anderson Ford on Jordan Lane in Huntsville, Hughes Road in Madison, and online at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
John Abraham here for the parts department at Bobcat of Huntsville. Not only do these guys carry genuine OEM Bobcat parts, they also have a full line of Marshalltown concrete supplies. On top of that, they have a wide selection of arborist tools and supplies on hand for you tree guys. Bobcat of Huntsville also has a full service department, and don't forget the sales and rental guys too. Come on down and visit the all-new Bobcat of Huntsville location in Madison on Highway 20 next to the Redstone Harley-Davidson.
At the Huntsville Sports Commission, we do sports. The Rocket City is your destination for world-class sports in North Alabama. The Huntsville Sports Commission brings elite tournaments, championships, and other exciting athletic events to our city. From youth leagues to national championships, we're driving tourism, boosting local business, and building a stronger, more active community. When you team up with us, we'll worry about the details so you don't have to. We do sports.
Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area. As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. Trust our team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in the respective state or county.
Hi, this is Wes Neighbors. I'm here with Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Sam, tell the folks about Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Hey, Wes. Our company, Fleming Roofing and Restoration, specializes in commercial and residential roofing and repairs. I'm a fifth-generation Huntsvillian, and our family's been doing construction business in Huntsville area since 1965.
Sam, what kind of roofs does Fleming Roofing and Restoration do?
Our guys are skilled enough. We can come out and address any kind of leaks or issues you might have on your commercial, on your metal roofing, on your shingles. We can do anything, and we can offer you a solution to repair it, or we can replace it.
But you guys also do insurance restoration.
Our staff has 10 plus years of experience as insurance adjusters, and we really do know the inside and out of the claims process at Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Check out Fleming Roofing and Restoration online at FlemingHSV.com, or you can call or text them at 256-651-9440.
Hey, Wes, we show up.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by Owen Home Appliance, the sponsors of the Owen Home Appliance Friday Trifecta all fall long. Fall is here, and I know you hunters out there are looking for a new freezer to put this year's harvest in. Owen Home Appliance has you covered with the best in the business for chest freezers, even some with like real tree camo on them. Even if you're not a hunter, the deals you'll find at Owen Home Appliance are second to none. You need to check out the interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, or just go to owenhomeappliance.com to learn more. That's Owen Home Appliance Center.
Back here on the Thom Abraham Show. Joe Abraham with John Abraham back in the studio running things. And we got a chance now. Let's do this right here, right now. You know, Joe Ross is a West Point grad, and he is over there at Higher Echelon. And he's given you the opportunity to win tickets to this year's Army-Navy game. And so what we are going to do is throw out a trivia question. If you get the trivia question right, you're going to put your name in the hat, in the hopper, and on November 26th, we're going to draw a name to win tickets to this year's game. You can do it by calling in at 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. And Devin is already locked and loaded and ready to go. Devin, good afternoon. How are you today?
Hey, good afternoon. How are you guys?
I am tremendous. All right, you ready? You ready for this thing?
Man, I was born ready. Let's roll.
I love it. There has only been one player from the Army-Navy rivalry that has ever won the Heisman Trophy. Devin, who was it? A, Roger Staubach, B, Glenn Davis, or C, Doc Blanchard?
Let me go with C.
C, Doc Blanchard is incorrect, my friend.
Oh, man. All right, guys.
Try. Hey, just keep trying. You got some more time. Good job by you. All right. So we know it's not C. which means that it is either A or B, Roger Staubach or Glenn Davis. Only one player from the Army-Navy rivalry has ever won the Heisman Trophy. Who was it? Again, the number is 256-576-4977. Phil the Blacksmith.
Hey, how you doing there, young man?
I am tremendous, Phil. How are you today?
Oh, I'm all right. No barn work, but I need to get on the trifecta there.
All right. Let's do it. Hey, do you want to get in on this Army-Navy thing, or do you just want to get in on the trifecta?
Well, I guess since I'm already on the phone, shoot the question to me. I was busy climbing the ladder when you was going.
All right. Well, let's do this. I'll throw out the Army-Navy Heisman question, and then we'll roll right into the trifecta. There's only been one player from the Army-Navy rivalry that has ever won the Heisman Trophy. We've already knocked out one of the three answers, which means we have two possibilities left. Is it A, Roger Staubach, or B, Glenn Davis?
That won the Heisman?
Yes, sir.
That's Roger Staubach.
You got it. Boom. Just like that. All right, brother. So it's a good way to start your trifecta picks. Your name, Phil, will be thrown into the hopper to win these tickets to the Army-Navy game.
Sound good.
They're going to pull the winner on the 26th, I think I said it was. All right, let's get into the trifecta.
That's after Alabama beats Auburn, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, week after. Okay. Phil, let me write you down here. Phil Blacksmith. Okay. Game number 1, Oklahoma plus 5.5 at Alabama.
Lord, I'm going to go with the Tide. They better not let me down.
I hear that. Texas plus 5.5 at Georgia.
I watched Georgia. Georgia look good, but don't look good a few times this year. Of course, Texas. I'm going to go with Texas.
Lee Sterling is on Texas. Arkansas plus 5.5 at LSU in Baton Rouge.
LSU.
You got them. And the bonus, the Lions plus 2.5 at Philly on Sunday night.
At Philly. Oh, it's at Philadelphia.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Philadelphia.
All right, Mr. Phil.
I met Michigan Dan. I really do like him, but I guess I got to go against him this weekend.
Well, hey, have you made your way over to the Lacey Springs showroom to pick up your shirt?
I do. I'm just. I think Thom said I was 14 points and the leader's 17 points. So I'm trying to catch you.
Well, if you haven't gotten you said you did get your T-shirt from.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that helped
all
me
right.
catch you up a little bit.
I just want to make sure. All right, brother. Well, good luck.
Appreciate you.
That is Phil the Blacksmith getting in there, getting his picks in there. You can do so as well. Again, not only did he get in on he doubled up there. He's registered to win. Write this down. The Blacksmith.
Oh, don't worry about the Army-Navy stuff. I got them down over here.
Oh, you got him down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a whole list of winners in front of me that are already thrown in the hat.
So you can get in on a trifecta right now. Again, 256-576-4977. All right. Let's do I gotta get a break in here now, or you think I got time to get something in here?
If you want to get it in, we can re-up on the phone lines, and you can get whatever you want in.
All right. Let's do that. I really need to talk about this. And the Phillip mentioned it earlier. But buckle up, because I'm about to say something that may shock my Yankee fan family and Mariners fans alike, and anybody who has ever seen me wearing a Yankees hat, which I've done so since the day I was literally born. I'm pretty sure I have pictures in the hospital in Yankee garb. Cal Raleigh, not Aaron Judge, should have won the American League MVP. From a born and bred Yankees fan, I get it. There's probably people that are screaming at their radios or at their Facebook feed or whatever. Judge's win above replacement was higher, the analytics, the spreadsheets, all that crap. Let me explain something. This is not the win above replacement award. This is not the WAR award. This is called the most valuable player award. Value, not math class, value, okay? And what Cal Raleigh meant to the Seattle Mariners cannot be measured via a spreadsheet. And the parts that can be measured would still put him right there towards the top. The tangible stuff we can start with: the 60 home runs, the fact that he's not a slugging DH or a right fielder, but a catcher, a switch hitting catcher, the most in MLB history. In fact, the most in the league this year. 125 RBI, leading the AL. His OPS that is higher than my GPA, 9.948 OPS. Absurd as a catcher. All of the difference, you want to get into all the different metrics, that's fine. His WAR was over 35% of the Mariners' entire team WAR. He carried them statistically. He did not just have a good offensive season for a catcher. He had the greatest offensive season a catcher in the history of the MLB has ever had. Ask people in Seattle. Ask the pitchers that faced him. Ask anybody who watched the Mariners play this year. His numbers were historic, but that is where the argument starts. Only where it starts, because it goes so much deeper than that. The catcher is arguably the toughest position, if not one of the top two in baseball, right up there with pitcher. And in a position where you can be the MVP of a team without hitting at all. Because think about it. You're managing the pitching staff. You're managing the game plan. You're managing the running game, defensive alignments, the rhythm of the game. You're calling pitches, the internal confidence of every single pitcher that hits the mound. You're the quarterback of the baseball team. You're the head coach on the field. You're like Crash Davis. What are you, the therapist, the strategist, the crisis response team? Wearing a pair of shin guards. You're all of that. And Aaron Judge, as good as he was, as good as he is, did not have to manage any of that. He plays right field, and he hits the baseball really freaking far. He does it well. He does it very well. But that's where his job basically ends. While Cal Raleigh, meanwhile, is doing everything and hitting 60 home runs on top of it. Not to mention what he meant for the transformation of the Seattle Mariners, which is at the heart of this argument. Because it's not about WAR, it's about value. How many more tickets did the Yankees sell because Aaron Judge was great this year? How many more? The answer is not many, because they already sell out every stadium they step into. They sell out the road stadiums just by existing. They sell out home games in April. They sell out markets that haven't seen a full house since Derek Jeter retired. And Aaron Judge does not change the Yankees' draw. The machine was running before he arrived, decades before he arrived. Now look at Seattle. Look at T-Mobile Park. Look at the atmosphere this season. Look at the attendance and how it spiked. Look at the way that fans showed up and traveled. Look at the energy, the noise, the buzz. Seattle baseball came alive again, not because of a front office move, not because of a new ballpark, not because of a fluke hot streak, because Cal freaking Raleigh had one of the most electrifying, franchise-altering seasons in the history of Major League Baseball. Seattle was not just good, they were must-watch because of him. They became a national and an international story. For the first time since Ken Griffey Jr. was on the field, they became relevant again. And the center of that story, the beating heart of that story, was Cal Raleigh. That is valuable. That is the most valuable. So, I agree with the Phillip, what he said earlier. It's not just about war. It's not the war award. It's the energy you bring, the culture you spark, the impact on fans, the impact on the game, on teammates, the emotional weight that you carry. How much better do you make everyone around you? Now, imagine what that did, bringing those fans into the stadium, for the players around him on that team. Imagine what that atmosphere propelled them to do. That can't be measured by statistics. You fill up that stadium because you are just raking every night, and the guys around you start to believe, start to feel something special going on. You can't measure that with war. Seattle became fun to watch again, not because of war. War doesn't measure the fact that the franchise gained its swagger back. It doesn't measure how many kids in Seattle bought a Cal Raleigh jersey this year. Big dumper. It doesn't matter. It doesn't measure what it meant to the city, who was starving for a star. It's useful, but it doesn't tell the whole story. It's not even close. MVP should be about impact. And Judge was great, but Raleigh was transformational. Judge put up MVP level numbers. Yeah, nobody disputes that. He's a machine. Dude hits baseballs to the absolute moon. He's an incredible baseball player. As a Yankees fan, yeah, I love it. But the Yankees were the Yankees before he arrived. They were a massive brand, a massive fan base is what they do. They draw. They have a massive operation. And Judge didn't change any of that for the Yankees. He enhanced it, maybe. He didn't transform them. Cal Raleigh, meanwhile, is over here taking a franchise that was happy to be competitive to one that was living and breathing, an entire city living and breathing baseball again. A fan base that had been dormant for years turned into a roaring national presence. A position, catcher, traditionally light on offense, and redefined what elite production could look like from a catcher. That's value. That is MVP. Cal Raleigh had the most valuable season in baseball. Period. End of story. Maybe not the most WAR, maybe not the best advanced metric score. He had the most value. And again, that's what the award is. Period. End of story. He's the MVP out of the AL. All right. Let's get a break in here. When we come back, you've got one final segment to get your trifecta picks in before we wrap the week. It is a football Friday, and I just spent the last, 8 minutes talking baseball. The number does not change. 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. It is the Thom Abraham Show. Back after this.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hi, my name is Dan Aldridge. I'm here to let you know about the Aldridge Law Firm and the soon-to-be-announced Legal Town Center. I've been practicing law in Alabama since 1984, and I also practice in Tennessee. And I'm from North Alabama, and I'm here to represent you and take care of your legal needs. For many of us, hiring an attorney is not high on the priority list and maybe a little scary, but it's something that we all need at some point. So by all means, do your homework. And if you need representation for car accident, wrongful death, medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, or estate planning, or any other matter, just give us a call at 256-534-3188. And you can email me at Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. God bless America.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Don't you wish that you had some secrets to help you get an edge on your business competition? Wouldn't it be great if someone could solve challenges at your company that you don't have the time or expertise to fix on your own? You know, there is a solution. Higher Echelon is a world-class consulting firm based in Huntsville that trains employees in sports psychology secrets to drastically improve work performance. Founder Dr. Joe Ross is retired Army who played and later coached for the cadets and has put that experience to good use. Higher Echelon helps organizations shave hundreds of hours off work time by improving processes, and Higher Echelon helps organizations save and make more money by walking them through technology updates and implementations. You don't have to go it alone, and you don't have to stay stuck. Higher Echelon is a trusted partner in organizational excellence. Go to higherechelon.com. That's HIGHERECHELON.com today to take your company to the next level. Go higher and go Army.
Huntsville, get ready because Fight Night's coming your way November 22nd from the VBC South Hall with the CFC Rise of Champions. 16 blood-pumping matches, 5 featured title fights, and the most explosive MMA action in the Southeast. Get your crew together and reserve your VIP table or snag tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss out on the action. November 22nd, it's the Cage Fight Championships Fight of Champions.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, there could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where AFS comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at afsrepair.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Thom Abraham here for my friends at All About Water. Crazy name, huh? Well, let me introduce you to them. All About Water is the top pond builder anywhere in the Tennessee Valley, and that includes remodeling or cleaning out existing ponds as well. They also have monthly maintenance plans for your pond. Don't have a pond? Well, how about a fountain or water feature for your property to bring that soothing sound of running water to your happy place? On the other hand, maybe you have water on your property that you don't want. Well, Ryan at All About Water is all about water, so he could take care of that as well. He has a background in fluid dynamics, and what that means is that he could take care of any water issue that you have. Finally, how about that irrigation system that you have or that you want? Well, they do installs and maintenance and repairs on those as well because they are all about water. Learn more at allaboutwaterllc.com. That's allaboutwaterllc.com.
Cheering on your favorite team can really work up an appetite. When you're ready to fill up, head straight to Cheeseburger Bobby's for one of their 2 great fall specials. First, Bobby's Grand Slam with 2 fresh hand-breaded chicken tenders, 2 mozzarella sticks, cheeseburger slider, fries, and drink, just $13. Or choose Bobby's Mexicana Burger, just $9.99, or the meal, just $14.99. This week, get $50 worth of delicious Cheeseburger Bobby's food for just $25 with our zone deal. Order online at cheeseburgerbobbies.com.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The segment of the Tom Abraham Show is brought to you by the Orthopedic Center, longtime friends of the show. To be honest with you, it's been about 20 years that we have been hooked up with TOC, and they just do such a great job. They service the Huntsville Havoc, Alabama A&M, most of the high schools in the region. They got 13 locations all throughout the Tennessee Valley. So if you have an orthopedic problem, if you're considering professional care, really, TOC, it's the only logical choice. You need to contact TOC. Make your appointment. When you need them, they're there. Always in the Tennessee Valley, TOC.
Strong way to end the show. It is a football Friday on the Tom Abraham Show. Got about 10 minutes left before we got to get out of here. And you've got a little bit more time left to get in your trifecta picks. You can text them in as well. The text line at 732-982-7469 or 7329-TA-SHOW. Or you can call in 256-576-4977. If you text them, the big dog will get them. John, I came across something, and I don't know what your beliefs are as far as like where the world is at. Personally, we got to be getting close to the end, right? I mean, at what point in time did it become a thing where now you can see the Aurora Borealis or the Northern Lights down here in Tennessee? I'm fairly certain I grew up with the understanding that you could only see that way up close to like the top of the Northern Hemisphere, or maybe the bottom near the poles. I thought you had to be in like Antarctica or Alaska.
Or like on the Polar Express, maybe?
Yeah, like at what point in time, when did they update the version of this world that we are living in to include where you can now just see that, I don't know, Tennessee, North Alabama, just, oh, by the way. And nobody's making a big deal about it. Everybody just acts like, oh, yeah. No, I'm fairly certain that that's a new thing. I don't know. I don't get it.
I didn't really understand it either. I think a lot of people, I think we need somebody who actually studies this type of stuff. But I think that it's funny because most people, whenever they are like, oh, we could see the Northern Lights, let's just go out and take pictures of it. That's the only thing that's going through their mind, is that they could see them. But for the Northern Lights to show up in the South, I think it was something about like a geomagnetic storm that causes it. And it expands. And I don't know if you could see it, just like by going outside. I think you need to take a picture and then you're able to see it through your phone. But still, it's something like ridiculous.
What are we even talking about here? I mean, again, at what point did this become even a thing? Because last year was the first time that I ever heard that, oh, you'll be able to see the Northern Lights in southern middle Tennessee, in Winchester, Tennessee. That's what they were telling us. And I'm like, wait, what? Shouldn't that be like a big deal? And now it's like it's not even a big deal. Yeah. What are we even talking about? Now, the other reason I think that we're pretty close to the end, I'm fairly certain we're pretty close to the end, is the dictionary has basically just given up. I regret to inform you that dictionary.com has officially quit its job. The 2025 word of the year, the word that supposedly reflects our culture, our identity, what's going on as a collective human experience. This year's word is 6-7. a number, not a slang term, not a phrase, just 6'7", 2 digits.
Wait, they put that in the dictionary?
No. They don't even have a. That's the thing. Nobody knows what the definition is for it. It's not even a real word. Ask a kid what 6'7" means. It means nothing. They don't know. We've reached a point where the dictionary, the actual dictionary, saw the English language and said, "Nah, we're done. Y'all figure it out." I mean, and if anybody's, again, I know, if you're under the age of 35, you may know what TikTok is. Anybody over that age probably has no clue. But you pull up TikTok and there's videos of kids and they just say 6'7". You ask them a simple question and kids just say 6'7". Hey buddy, what time is it? 6'7". How tall are you? 6'7". Did you do your homework? 6'7". It's like you're talking to an NPC in a video game who's malfunctioning, which again, if you're under the age of 35, NPC means non-player character.
You got to throw that one out there for him.
Jeez.
No, the whole 6'7" thing, it's dumb. I think it's also dying now because I think the adults have actually caught on to it, and now they're throwing it at the kids and having them all confused. But yeah, no, it is weird, and a lot of brands have hopped on this, like Domino's, where if you type in like 6'7" as your coupon code, you get a pizza for like $6.70. It's wild. What's this world coming to? But my cousin Vinny actually thinks he has an explanation for this wild light that is shining over the nighttime sky. Vinny, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fantastic. A little scared though. I don't know. I mean, a little scared that we've come to this point on the show.
Well, you know, like you said yesterday, things change. So, anyway, the Northern Lights. Can you hear me? Okay.
We got you.
Yeah.
Okay. The Northern Lights, also known as the Aurora Borealis. See, I'm from Maine. We used to go out in the wintertime to see the Northern Lights all the time. What it is the reflection of the sun off the polar ice cap. And where you can see it on the Earth is proportionate to the rotation of the Earth, how it's on its axis, and the positioning of the sun. That's what it is. So once every 100 years or so, you can see the Aurora Borealis or the Northern Lights in Tennessee. That's the deal with the Northern Lights. It's the reflection of the sun off the polar ice cap.
Geez, I didn't even know. Vinny, I didn't even know. I thought the Earth was flat. That's what my news feed's been telling me. My Facebook feed tells me the Earth is flat.
Well, that's still up for debate. So, anyway, I'm breaking up here. I'll let you go. Have a good weekend, everybody.
All right, brother. You too.
Man was in
my cousin Vinny with the science lesson.
Man's must be in Chernobyl or something like that because that sound was like.
That's what it sounded like.
He had to hang up and call back because it instantly was just like, you got like
Geiger counter going off.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Man knows what a Geiger counter is, but he doesn't know exactly what the Aurora Borealis is. I don't know.
Jeez, I don't know, dude.
How's it reflecting this far? You know,
don't know.
My brain can't comprehend that one.
I'm pretty sure we're just making stuff up at this point. That's what I mean. I mean, maybe that's what it is.
I don't know if
you think that's what it is.
It might not be every 100 years. It might be every like 6 or 7 years, maybe.
No, it's got to be a fairly rare thing because I, in my whole entire life, have never heard of anything like it.
Right.
I'm
over
30.
Your head. Right over your head.
What'd you say?
Every 6.
Oh, 6 or 7. 6, 7.
See, you know, you can make light of everything. Every stupid joke can sometimes have some funny outcomes.
If you want to see a kid light up like a raccoon that just found a Pop-Tart, just walk up to a random kid under the age. They got to be under the age of like 14, like a middle schooler. Walk up to him and just say 6, 7, and you're welcome. The word of the year is a number. Goodness gracious.
Going into the sports side of things with that 6, 7 thing. Since basketball has started, we see a lot more scores get up to 67 and above.
Oh, yeah.
Have you noticed the influx in children going to like the women's basketball games, the men's basketball games, and going absolutely bat you know what crazy whenever it gets to 67 points.
Yeah.
All the kids.
Oh, yeah. But Jack's game, one of his games a few weeks ago, the score was 6-7. People went over to the scoreboard and started taking pictures in front of the scoreboard because it said 6-7. I don't know. I don't get it, but to each their own. Hey, speaking of sports, though, because it's a sports show, wrapping things up. You calling a game tonight, huh?
Yeah, calling a game. Only team left on the high school sports streaming network. It's going to be Madison Academy versus Anniston. And I am so excited for this. I didn't even expect to even be there. I was going to be on the sidelines, if anything. But old Joe Hunk got a little tummy ache. So he's probably going to be missing it. And I get to head on down to Anniston now. And I get to watch two really good 4A schools face off against each other. Very similar in the way that they play and the talent they have on the teams. And I am very much looking forward to it. And it's probably going to be a pretty high-scoring game. So it's going to be something that I enjoy taking into the weekend.
Yeah, it's awesome when you get to this point in the season and you got these high-level teams left. It's just high-level football, man. So have fun taking that thing in. That's going to be a good game. How can people hear it?
Listening in to 97.7 ESPN The Zone tonight. We'll be on the main feed right after the UAH Nova Southeastern game. We hate Nova. But yeah, a lot of local coverage coming to you. And if you're listening in ESPN Winchester, make sure you download the apps, whether it's the ESPN Winchester app or the 97.7 app, and you're going to have a boatload of college football as well as NFL football this weekend. So you can grill out while also getting all of the football knowledge you need.
There you go. LSU Lynch, I am sorry we did not get to you. If you we didn't get my cousin Vinny's picks, send them in the text line. It is a Thom Abraham show. Talk at you next week.
It is Friday, November the 14th, 2025. Steve Moulton here with your sports update. And a game that featured 14 ties and 21 lead changes. Second-ranked Purdue outlast 8th-ranked